Hey everybody, what's going on? I am Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your celestial wisdom for the week of January 28th through the 4th of February. We are at the end of the first month of the calendar year. I don't know, a little surreal in my opinion. I don't know about you. I mean, I've heard from a few of you. It's been an interesting start to the year, right? A little bit of a shit show, I would say. Yeah. Um, Guess what? You're not alone. I'm going to just speak some truth here. You are not alone. It has been a weird, weird time. And I know you're all feeling it. It's like 1 minute, everything seems right as rain. And the next minute, it's like hell in a handbasket, you know? And it's so unpredictable. But then again, we are in Aquarius season ruled by Uranus, which Uranus is pretty unpredictable. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And I'm going to give you the card of the week. The big theme, if you will, for this week is Mars. Mars is going to steal the show as it's continuing to be conjunct with Mercury as we kick off the week. And then it makes a trine to Uranus. Also, we've got Venus. She's going to have some spotlight as well as she makes a trine to Jupiter. So we've got, we've got some activity happening coming off of a full moon week as well. Yeah. But before that, thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing and sharing these videos. I'd love help getting more people to subscribe and like the videos and stuff. So if you know somebody who would benefit from whatever I'm sharing, then please offer to have them subscribe and they'll get a video in their little tick box, their YouTube notice every week. And yeah, before I jump into the card of the week, I'm also going to reveal something about myself. So I have a guilty pleasure. Yes, Girl Scout cookies. Do you have a guilty pleasure? And you know what? I'm owning it. I understand. Yes, it has sugar. Yes, there's chocolate. Yes, there's probably products in there that aren't the best for me. But you know what? I'm supporting the Girl Scouts. And this is my Samoas. I love the Samoas. That and Thin Mints are my favorite. So what's your guilty pleasure? What's your favorite? You know what? Own it. It's part of being human. One of the reasons I go to the gym, one of the reasons I do watch what I eat for the most part so that I can enjoy this, something like that. And there is no such thing as bad food, in my opinion. It's all about moderation. It's about making a choice. What is your body asking for? I think it's a good reminder this week, especially as we have Mercury and Mars and Jupiter and Uranus all in Earth signs, is a good reminder to check in with our bodies. What's it asking? Are we listening to it? Are we listening to the intuition? Are we paying attention? If something doesn't seem right, it doesn't settle right inside of us, maybe we should listen to that. Maybe there's a reason for that, It's hard to trust when we've been shit on or when we want something and it doesn't show up the way we want it to, or we make a decision and it doesn't work out the way we want to. I get that. I've been there. I'm still there. I still make stupid decisions and I go, but that's where we learn radical forgiveness and radical self-acceptance. It's a great experiment. Let's keep adding these ingredients. It's all we can do. But coming back to trusting the body, that's super important. And we're not going to get it right every single time. So self-forgiveness. Okay. How else do we learn? Got to play around with the energies a little bit. Speaking of playing. Okay. So this card of the week, this week's card, the Star card. And again, this is from my Celtic tarot deck that I've had for over 25 years and absolutely love it. The Star card I love so much, and many of you are familiar with it, is all about hope. And it follows in the tarot deck, it follows the Tower card. And that is what I sense many of us have been enduring, if you will, or some challenges that we've maybe felt like we have either been stripped to the bone or we are really fighting within ourselves. There's a lot of conflict to try and resolve something. There's a lot of problem solving. The Tower means that we have to take something and transform it, take it back down to bare bones, and then rebuild. And then after the Tower comes the Star. And it says the Star card is all about hope. It's all about realizing that our core essence, that beneath all the layers, that our pure essence is this star energy. We're made of the earth and stars. We are this divine being. So the star card comes as a time where we can have some renewed hope, some renewed faith that the universe really does have our back. I watch myself over the last few days, even weeks, really, go into a negative mindset, go into a place where I get fearful around certain things or insecure about certain things. And I immediately change my mantra. I go to my mantra, I give great thanks for, and whatever that follows, and I just repeat it over and over and over again. I also am working a lot with the angels. And, it's interesting because I haven't done real dedicated angel work for some time. Long ago, when I first started doing the intuitive work, as well as throughout the years that followed, I did a lot with angels. And then the last few years, it sort of dropped off. I mean, every now and again, it was like, okay, I'm going to invoke them. But this is actually dedicated angelic work where I'm going deep into that relationship. Remember, I mentioned relationships or everything, relationship to things. Well, my relationship to the archangels, relationship to angels such as Zachiel and Jophiel and Uriel and Raphael and Metatron even. So I share all that to say the star card reminds me so much of the angelic work and the affirmations. And I say when we go back into that place of positive affirmations, I give great thanks for. When we are feeling the negative side, it can help to shift the energy and say, yeah, the universe has my back. The star card says anything is possible and magic is flowing around us. Remember, we're magical beings. Like I say, we're made of the stars. And if we can let ourselves dream, let ourselves aspire and elevate to many different ways, then we can reach the stars. Because they're right there. I was reminded the other day of the phrase that I know it's a biblical phrase, but it's also written in the Tibetan sacred Sanskrits. It's also written in some of the Buddhist writings. It's all over the history, if you will, not just religion, but of a teaching of wisdom. And it's ask and it will be given. Knock and the door will open. Seek and you will find. It's that basic. It doesn't have to be complicated. That's what we're looking at this week. So I'll relate this now. We have the star card in relationship to what's happening astrologically. Well, Mars and Mercury have been canoodling, or they're conjunct. They're basically merging their energies in the sign of Capricorn. And so Sunday, on the 28th, when we're kicking off this week, we're going to have that final day of Mars and Mercury making this aspect, this conjunction or canoodling. And also Venus is going to be trining Jupiter. So the weekend could have us with some serious conversations when it comes to relationship, finances, creative matters. Anything Venusian can stir some things up for us to talk about, to think about. But with Mars, our action planet, also with Mercury, we're not going to want to keep talking. We're going to want action. We're going to want to see manifestation. There's going to be an abundance of mental energy that can produce really lucrative products. So if let's say you're struggling financially and you're like, I don't know where to turn. I'm applying for jobs. I'm doing all these things. I'm asking for the raise, blah, blah, blah. Well, what other creative outlets could you come up with? Maybe it's you produce a book. Maybe it's there's some content that you're or a product that you can tangibly sell and add some extra income. That's just one idea, right? So your creative juices are going to be flowing. There's a desire for manifesting here, right? And I know we're always wanting to manifest what we want. It's like, okay, we look around, we go, what's missing? Okay, I want that. I need more of that, But use this time as I say, Venus is going to continue to trine Jupiter on Monday. So Sunday, Monday, Mars and Mercury are moving out of that conjunction aspect, but Venus will continue to trine Jupiter. So that we're carrying this abundance of energy from the weekend. We might find ourselves in situations where we're easily attracting what we want in our lives, or we're attracted to the right opportunities, right? There's a lot of luck and good fortune that come with this Venus trine Jupiter aspect. So go play the lottery. Or if you're wanting to manifest something more in relationship, declare your love or put yourself out there and take a risk, get on a dating site or go out on a blind date if somebody's trying to set you up, whatever. Say yes when new opportunities arise, capitalize on it. This is a fertile time to network and gain more circulation with people, building relationships, capitalize on those opportunities because they're going to build over time. And Mars is going to trine Uranus on Tuesday. And this is a great energy that breaks us out of our comfort zones, shakes up the status quo, transforms old, worn out energy. How does this relate to the star? Well, guess what? With this kind of action at the beginning of the week, we can start to have hope and faith that things are returning or that things are changing for the better, changing in a way that suddenly the flow is happening. Yeah. And I think that's the thing, is that Uranus is the great awakener. And we often think of Uranus as the one that shakes us up, right? That innovates, that gives us lightning quick energy. Something happens in order for us to gain wisdom when Uranus takes stage. Well, here's the thing, though. Uranus is also the great severer, which means Uranus has to take something away in order to create space for something new to step in. So what is it? We're going to be looking at this with the Mars trine Uranus. What is it that no longer serves us that we need to remove so that we can create the space for something better? Yeah. Now, Mars and Uranus also have very similar energy in the sense that Mars is very impulsive. It takes action. It doesn't often think before it acts. It's the action planet, right? And Uranus is impatient. It's like off with their heads, done. Boom, remove that out of their lives, right? We must innovate. We must rebel, right? So when you have these two energies in a trine is a positive aspect, but it also means that things are easy. It means harmonious, right? We could become too impulsive or too impatient and knock the apple cart over, if you will, or make a change that didn't really need to be changed. So the invitation is that when we're feeling that restlessness with this Mars-Uranus energy, that we approach it with, maybe I don't need to overthink it. That's the benefit of being impulsive, right? We're not stuck in the analysis paralysis moment. We're not overthinking things. And so we just take the action and we go, whew, okay, that worked. What a great experiment that was, So there's some of that happening Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday. Now, the other thing with this week is Saturn is in a sextile with Jupiter, and it's not exact yet, but it's still applying. Saturn's at 6 degrees, Jupiter's at 7. And so there's this application of Saturn pressing upon Jupiter, and opportunities will abound if we're willing to put in the work when we have this energy. So that's kind of an undercurrent in this week as well. Opportunities. We need to solve them. We need to seize them. We need to be able to jump in and say yes to whatever shows up. If you're struggling with that yes, see everything as a teacher and say, yes, I have a choice here. What we don't want to do is just blindly let it pass by. We want to gather all of our presence and meet it fully and be able to say yes or no when the opportunity arises. This is great problem solving energy as well. We can embrace growth. We can embrace success with Saturn and Jupiter being sextile here, whatever area of your life these two planets are transiting. So that is what you want to look at in your chart. This also is a beautiful energy for building greater trust in ourselves, in our lives, in our decisions. But remember, it's built over time and testing. And when you have this energy of the star underneath from the tarot deck here, we have hope, we have faith. So we make our decisions based on the hope that they're going to work out. This is a great time also for focusing our time and energy on intellectual and spiritual pursuits. So if there is something that you need to add to your tool bag, or you want to strengthen for your skills or things like that, this is a great time to do it. Get the support. It's good healing time. We're going to be looking more and more about how we can continue to heal on multiple levels so that we can manifest. We're not sabotaging our relationships. We're not sabotaging our money. We're not sabotaging our ideas, right? We're not sabotaging the things that actually mean the most and that we want to manifest into our lives. Yeah. So use this week. This is the theme for the week. Use this week to have hope, to have faith that things are moving forward because we're taking the actions that need to be taken. We're seizing the opportunities. Carpe diem, as I love to remember and reflect on the Dead Poets Society movie. If anybody saw that with Robin Williams, God, what a great actor he was. What a great human. Anyways, and that was a great movie, in my opinion. So carpe diem, seize the day. I may go watch Dead Poets Society in the next couple of days now that I've said that. I haven't seen it in a while. I think it'd be a good reminder. I think it's a great movie to sum up what this week, with all the Aquarius and Capricorn energy and the Mars Uranus energy. Carpe diem. Let's do this. Hey guys, we got this. This is just us playing in this human experience. Okay. Let's not take it too seriously. All right. I hope that you will enjoy this video. Share with me here. What's your guilty pleasure? What kind of opportunities are happening for you that you're able to seize? Let's celebrate each other. Let's celebrate the wins. Okay. I want to hear about it. What's working for you? Yeah. All right. Come find me at jamiedawn.com. Remember, I'm over at 12 Radio with my radio show, The Jamie Dawn Show. That's on Mondays, 11 a.m. Pacific. And of course, I'm here, the YouTube channels. I've got my light and shadow report for February is out. So it's on my blog, on my website, jamiedawn.com. Ooh, I'm here to support you however I can. Have a great week, everyone. I will see you soon.